What has been Caleb's biggest issue this season?
The coaching staff. That's what I really believe. I honestly believe it all started with the lack of offensive preparation from the coaches to get him to really understand how to play the position of quarterback in the National Football League. Not at Oklahoma, not at USC. The running around and you know, thinking you're going to buy time and losing ground 20 yards deep, and you're not going to outrun them dudes with them full beards, man. They faster than you. They might be 300 pounds.
With them full beards.
Man, them dudes is hungry.
Grown
ass men with full beards, you know, them goatee things and full beards and all that. They swole. They going to come and get you. The problem that I have with this, though, Paul, in Playmaker, is I think he's in danger in his career. And I know it sounds weird because this is only his first year with 3 games to go. But just think about this for a minute. Most sacked rookies in NFL history, David Carr, how did the rest of his career work out? 76 sacks. Then we go Bryce Young, 62. Think about that. 62 his rookie year, and we see he done got benched and brought back because the dude got hurt, the whole deal. Caleb Williams is third with 58 with 3 games left. Tim Couch, how did that work out for him? 56 his rookie year. My whole point to this is none of these dudes turned out to be anything that all of them number 1 picks at the quarterback position. They never bounced back from getting beat up as much as they did. Now look where he's at. He gonna probably catch up with David Carr by the time the season is over. And all that is coaching. From holding on to the ball too long and not putting your protections in the correct way as an offensive coordinator.
What do you think, Michael?
And I say coaching from that standpoint now, I can only try to grab back. Troy did the game, and I'm listening, and he's talking about how he's holding on to the ball. And all I could think about was that when we transitioned from one offensive coordinator to Norv Turner, and Norv coming in, and Norv telling Troy, 3-step drop. You got 1 hitch, throw the ball. I don't see him open. Don't worry about seeing him open. Throw the ball. Let it go. It's on him to make that play. See, sometimes Caleb Williams drop back and he's looking and just let the ball go. You got to throw it. But when you've dominated playing a certain way, little league, college, high school, college, and now you're here, and if you don't totally trust what that guy is saying, you fall back on what you believe. If you don't totally believe what that coach is saying, you fall back on what has worked for you and what has got you to the position you're in. And I believe that's the problem from a coaching standpoint. Do you really believe when he say let that ball go, you got to let it go? We see it on TV all the time when we watch a receiver run a route, and they say, he threw the ball before he even came out the cut. You see it all the time. He's seeing that receiver come out the cut.
Well, that's too late.
Common rule. If I ever see you throw the ball to me, it's too late.
It's late.
It's too late. This game is too fast. That can't happen at this level. You got to let that ball should be halfway to me by the time I come out of this cut. He has to trust what his coach is saying in the players he's playing with and let the ball go.
Yeah, it's a combination of all of that. It really looks like the game is too fast for him. Like he's not, like you said, the reads are there. He's not making them. And then next thing you know, he's scrabbling for his life. You know, it's a combination of all the things I think we all said. Coaching, the offensive line, not get rid of the ball, speed of the game. But at the end of the day, guys, he's a rookie. He's going to make his mistakes. You know, these are the growing pains right now. He's shown flashes of the tools that he have that he can be a quality quarterback.
And he made some throws last night, too.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a couple throws across the middle. I said, boy, that ball, he zipped that ball.
Flashes. So if they could correct some of those things with the coaching, the offensive line. And remember, guys, he's a rookie. You know, we expect him, like we always say, we expect a lot of C.J. Stroud or Jaden Daniels. Those type of talents don't come around every year at the top pick. So, you know, just got to have some patience with him.
To me, it's coaching also. And we saw very early on that the issue was going to be that he was holding on the ball too long. What I always said was that the priority should be to develop him into a franchise NFL quarterback. This is why I always say that the college game is different than the NFL game. Why I say that it is 2 different sports, because every single one of the players on the field in the NFL is a professional. What does that mean? They are a 1%er. They are so much better than college players. They are so much faster. They are so much stronger. All of you have played at the college and professional level. You know the difference. You can get away with that when you're playing against a college team because the talent gap, the speed gap is astronomical. In the NFL, it's not. A defender on the worst team is still faster than you. It's still stronger than you.
And again, Joy, he's grown with a full beard. Driving one of the SUVs with the car seats in the back.
Right, so when he's chasing you, when you look back and he's chasing you in college, man, I got to do that biology test in the room. Well, I'm going to feed them kids. And it's a whole different thing. And you're like, oh, my God.
And you fall in love with the playmaking ability that he has in college because it is spectacular. And there are moments where you still need to do that in the NFL. We saw Joe Burrow do that the other day. We see Patrick Mahomes do that all the time.
But it has to be moments.
But it has to be moments. It cannot be play in and play out. Play in and play out, you have to run the offense and be precision and be boring and make your reads and throw with precision and accuracy and anticipation. That stuff that he has, that special thing, is supposed to be used in drops, in moments. And when you have to lean into it because you're not being coached properly, that's part of what's leading to all of these sacks. The difference between Caleb Williams and Jaden Daniels, Caleb Williams has 58 sacks this year. Jaden Daniels has taken 37. Bo Nix has taken 20. Now, granted, the offensive lines are different as well, but a lot of this is coaching. It's anticipation. It's getting him to an NFL level and adjusting to the speed. I still think it's possible. This is why I said the expectations for Caleb Williams should not be outrageous. It should just be that he is adjusting to the NFL game.
It's very, very possible. One of the things that I said early on in the whole draft process with Caleb is that when you play against college dudes in college and you have success, and you are Caleb Williams, what happens, and this will happen to Shedeur, it'll happen to Travis Hunter, all of these high dudes that's getting ready to come out to the draft, people stop in college. They don't chase. They just stop and they're watching you because you Reggie Bush, you go cut across the game, and people just stop. In the pros, everybody running to the football. They're not giving up on the wide receiver. In college, the receiver running down the field, the DB might just stop and let the dude keep going. In the pros, they still running with you. That's to Michael's point. You got to throw the football. You got to just throw the ball. Just pull the trigger and allow him to catch the football. That happened to me when Parcells had to tell the coaches, the quarterbacks, man, he's never going to be wide open. He doesn't run 4-3, ain't never going to be wide open. Just throw the football. Throw him open.
You say that not all, because you say that not all interceptions are created equal. Would you say that not all sacks are created equal? Because a lot of times when you see sacks, we automatically assume that the offensive line has failed.
It depends on. But
the offensive line get tired of hearing that too, though, and they start. That's what I worry about, because and I mean cut you off, Key. But the offensive line's like, they got a bad offensive line. It's like sometimes they hold on to the ball too long, and they get frustrated with it.
Sometimes it's holding on to the ball too long. Sometimes it's drifting. Right, the quarterback can drift out of his natural drop and drift in the way.
Position to get the sack.
And I'll take you, and to get the sack, I'll take you. And there's no way in the world I should have ever been on Michael Strahan, but because we decided, no, seriously though, I'm in Dallas. Me and Jason Witten, we gonna double Michael Strahan. So when they check 4, I come across in motion. I set up with Jay Witt on Strahan, but what Drew did is Drew backed up Bledsoe, and he went too far to the right. I wasn't anticipating, and all Michael did was move me out the way and got the sack. If Drew would have stayed where he was supposed to stay and got rid of football, Michael would have never got to him. That's just speaking of your point. It's not all equal. Sometimes a quarterback drops back, and he's holding on to the ball, holding the ball. He climbs in the pocket, but the offensive lineman is only going to be able to hold for so long. You got to get rid of the ball in like 3 seconds. It's got to be gone. Out of your hands. Can't sit back there and pat the baby to sleep. It's like, what are you doing?
Well, shifting gears to basketball, the NBA Cup final is tonight between the Thunder and Bucks. Paul, you are going to Las Vegas for this game. So before you leave, who is winning the Cup and the MVP?
I got the Thunder winning. The young Thunder seem hungry against an older Milwaukee Bucks team, and I think Shai Gilgeous-Alexander will win the MVP. It's just something different about this OKC team. So, I'm going to take my talents to Las Vegas. I will see y'all tomorrow.
I also have the Thunder and SGA. Key,
I'm going to take Giannis because I think Milwaukee, they want to show everybody that don't forget about us. We old, but don't forget about us.
It's the old versus.
All right, I need to get my ride, guys. Mo.
Man, y'all crazy.
Right there.
Man,
I'll see y'all tomorrow.
Man. We seen this before. We done seen this before. Look at him. Ain't nothing wrong with him. Same thing that went on in Boston against the Lakers. Wasn't nothing wrong with him.
Paul recreate that Willis Reed.
Man, Paul's so full of it.
All right, gang.
Oh, gosh.
Subscribe here to get the latest from Speak, and go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.